Set 'em on fire. Welcome to my empire.
So out of curiosity, are you tuning in from Spain right now? I hear you're living in Spain.
Yeah, Barcelona. Like just north of Barcelona. Montgat is this tiny place. It's kind of connected to Barcelona, but it's a little town on its own. Where are you guys at?
We're in Denver. We call it the base capital, but others have to say that Montreal's the real base capital. But you know, we're biased. So
yeah.
Well, I mean, USA base capital.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Well, and I was just in Montreal, and I would say like there wasn't a clear winner. So the Denver crowd felt like the Montreal crowd, and I feel like people go just as hard. I was at a small boutique festival, so I didn't get the whole like, you know, ever after or escapade experience, but it felt like I was at home. Like the rave fam felt like they were all there, even though I didn't know any of the people.
Awesome. Yeah. Man, I've been in so like different styles of dubstep shows in Montreal, and in my experience, they know a lot more. Well, I mean, that's not really fair to say, because in Denver, I haven't been at a lot of other kinds of shows either. Like there's also like the smaller like tear out shows, and then there are like the more melodic ones. And in Montreal, I think I've seen it a bit more varied than in Denver. But in Denver, it's like so saturated. Like all the artists come there. So it's kind of like you're so spoiled there. With shit.
We are pretty spoiled. Yeah. I mean, like this last week, Zed's Dead had their whole Deadbeats takeover, and they had a surprise back-to-back with Grizz at Mission Ballroom. Have you played at Mission Ballroom? I don't think.
Yes, but it was an Excision show, I believe, or some big one-day event.
Was it some big the NSD takeover, the 10-year thing?
No, I only played the LA one, so that was not in Denver. I think I played an Excision show in Mission Ballroom. Yeah,
Excision.
Did Excision play there or not?
Excision. He plays Mission. He plays a First Bank Center. So I think that's
maybe I'm
where you
mistaking
play.
it with. Oh, I'm mistaken it with First Bank. That might be it.
It's a gigantic arena.
Mission Ballroom. It sounds very familiar. Okay, so I'm I'm really bad with remembering stuff in general. So lots of venues blend together in my memory. But if I just see a picture of Mission Ballroom, I'll probably straight up know it. But that's a big venue, right? Like what's the capacity? Yeah, it is.
I want to say like 3,500 to 4,000. It's one of those where they can adjust the stage based on how many tickets they sell. They can like move it back and forth.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it's like 3,500, and I think if they pass 3,500, then that's where they adjust the stage to go to 4,000.
That is so sick. And Denver has so many other venues where there's
oh my gosh,
base events.
Yeah, we always joke like on any given Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there's like at least 2 or 3 dubstep shows that you can choose from.
Right.
Literally, take your pick. Like, are you feeling bro step? Are you feeling rhythm? Are you feeling some hard dance?
Woke bass.
That's amazing, and it's still going so well. That's freaking awesome. Because I'm originally Dutch, and like what in the Netherlands happened, I believe, is that what they say a lot there too is that they got real snobby with shows because so many DJs are from there in like the hardstyle and trance and a lot of EDM styles. So a lot of like fans become like really elitist about things,
EDM snobs.
Yeah,
EDM snobs. Yeah,
it definitely took away a lot of the fun. So like bro step died real quick there because it was just not sophisticated enough, I guess. I don't know. Just
That's funny that you're from there. Where are you from in the Netherlands?
I'm originally from the East, but I've lived for a long time in Utrecht. So that's like close to Amsterdam. It's one of the 4 big cities in Holland.
One of our best friends is from Gouda.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty close by. Yeah, Gouda. Famous from its cheese, Gouda cheese. Yeah,
and its stroopwafels.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Of course.
You know stroopwafels. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We stand stroopwafels.
Nice. Yeah, I love them. I always have them. So in Utrecht, so like we call it, there was this party called Dub Infusions, if I say that correctly. And that was like the first dubstep show that I've been to. But unfortunately, that died down pretty quick there when BroStep and like the harder stuff took over, the whole Skrillex style of dubstep, basically. But yeah.
How long ago was that show?
That was 2011, I believe.
Wow.
No way. 2011 was like my first EDM show.
10 or 11. Yeah.
That's
EDM
crazy.
in general, so not dubstep specific.
No, I mean, technically, yes. So my first actual show was deadmau5 headlining, and Avicii was direct support for deadmau5.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Legend.
And then I saw a little bit of Excision set at another festival later on that year, but yeah, that deadmau5 and Avicii show was crazy.
Wow.
That's quite something. That's so cool that you've experienced Avicii live, of course. Yeah, wish I'd seen him. Yes, absolutely.
Well, you live in Barcelona, so I used to live in Barcelona for a bit. I lived there for a semester back in 2015.
Nice.
I wasn't really into dubstep at the time, if I'm being honest. So like, I guess what's the bass scene line out there? Is it non-existent, or are there?
Nah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no, it's not. So I feel like, in my experience, there's like kind of 2 extremes in Barcelona. It's either, popular music, which there's tons of, and I include the house parties and the techno with that too, like, because it's just more accepted mainstream music. It's either that, or if you're like listen to alternative music, then there's a lot of like how you call it, like Frenchcore parties, like hard tech,
Frenchcore in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but like in the smaller places, like the tourists won't usually not find those.
Yeah, they'll usually just go to Pacha or that other one right on the beach.
Yeah, so like Apollo and Pacha and all those places at Villa Olympica, that's all the popular stuff. And there are like smaller underground parties, but they're like so small, they don't have the budgets to book international artists most of the time, or they'll be small. So like that's why it doesn't really grow, because a lot of the people that go to those shows are typically not people that want to pay a lot of money for a ticket.
Yeah, price sensitive.
You understand what I mean? I've done a few shows way back when I just moved here, or it might have been still at the time where I was like traveling back and forth to see my girlfriend at the time here. And that was like really low paid and very low key. And people would like mostly been drinking outside on the parking, because like they do the
pregame.
How do they call it? Yeah, that's a big thing here. Botellons, like the drinking on the street. Big street parties here always. And then they just went in when the headliner played or when their favorite artist played. Like some of the last ones, because they were the ones that went the hardest, like that real hardcore shit. So I didn't have much of a crowd in that time because like I was earlier. So that was a bit lame. So yeah, bass scene, no, there isn't much. Just in the beginning when I'm just talking dubstep right now because that's my niche. When dubstep took over in Europe, then there wasn't like Rasmatas. I don't know if you've been in that place.
Oh yes,
Rasmatas.
Yeah.
Oh big venue.
Totally forgot
really
about
cool,
that place.
real cool venue with a lot of rooms, and that's a really wild club. There they will throw some like different genres. Like there'll be electro rock bands and like the crazier stuff. Like that's a real cool venue. Yeah, so dubstep did well for a while, and yeah.
When I was there, I think they booked a Major Lazer there even.
Oh wow!
Okay, yeah,
throwback.
Yeah, that was a throwback. I remember that.
Nice.
Well, you're lucky because only a few countries away, you can go to some of the world's biggest dubstep festivals like Rampage Open Air.
Yeah, just played it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, what was that like? I mean, that is literally
Awesome.
the dubstep Disneyland of Europe.
So the festival and the normal event are definitely different. Let me that first of all. I went, well, not with much expectancy because it was an outdoor festival. It's a bit more low key. It feels more low key than the main event. The main event is definitely that has all the shine and all the massiveness. And this is just like you go to a really cool alternative music festival. It didn't feel too crowded, at least not on the day when I was there. I don't know if that was on purpose that they sold less tickets to keep it open or for safety or COVID wise or whatever. But I've been to lots of festivals and it's usually, cramped. Like you walk in between a lot of people, and this was like you had all the space everywhere.
That's kind of nice because then you can actually dance.
Yeah, there was like so much space to dance everywhere. Probably like the biggest room where the most drum and bass acts were. That was like the real really cramped out place. But the dubstep stage people had a lot of space to dance, and it was really cool. Yeah.
How was your set? How'd that go?
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's so much fun. Really, really good crowd. I was a little scared because I had so many artists before me playing that went super hard.
I bet.
So yeah, that's of course that's what you'll always get on dubstep and drum and bass shows. And later on you are the night, you always get a little nervous, like, oh my god, do I still have energy by that time? And then it always turns out fine. Everybody's going full nuts. So it was real cool because our stage was Genie played, and then Samplifier back to back Ivory, then me. And so Genie, Ivory, and me are managed by the same management team.
You're on 248?
Yeah, 24/8. Yeah.
24/8. Okay.
248.
248.
Yeah. So same manager, Perry Davis. I'm not 100% sure if he manages Genie. I think he does. Nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's so funny. We work with him a lot, actually.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Perry was there himself. He flew over to because the whole gang was playing.
Yeah. I had no idea that you were on 24/8.
24. Yes. Been there forever. Well, of course, I've always been with Perry ever since I met him in 2016, I would say.
Oh wow.
He switched management companies and groups a few times, and I always just stuck around with him wherever he went to. So yeah, so now it's 24/8. It's been 24/8 for a long time, and amazing team. Always a lot of fun wherever we go. So yeah, that was a really cool experience to be all there shining on that stage on Friday.
I have to ask, did you drop the fuckboy bootleg?
If I did, yeah, of course. Like, oh, oops, didn't bring it with me.
Forgot.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, you're not getting it.
play the original. It's like these people. It's like I should have done it.
Just kidding.
Do that sometimes. Just like my intro, and then it just drops into the original, and just not drop my bootleg, and then see what happens.
Oh, people would be pissed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a good way to check if people actually listen to my music. If people do their homework,
Exactly. How was the crowd reaction? I mean, that song slams.
Oh yeah, that always gets to people full send.
Yeah,
for sure.
It breaks a lot of rails.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it goes hard. So at Rampage in general, there was a good amount of the crowd whenever I could see it, because there was a lot of fog, a lot of smoke machine. But they knew a lot of the songs and a lot of the edits that I played, and that's always very cool and rewarding to see. Yeah.
And I'm just curious, how was like the whole Saucy Summer Tour?
Yeah, so
Saucy Summer.
it's done
saucy as hell.
It was it was saucy. I got lost in the sauce. Like Don't even know where we are right now. So it was amazing. This tour was a little weirder. Like we called it a tour, but there was like so much time in between some shows, in between runs that I did from home and back there, and it was different countries in between those breaks. So just like a very all over the place tour. But played some amazing shows. Just did Escapade and Rampage,
Ooh.
obviously.
Oh, okay. Escapade, that was in Montreal a couple weeks ago.
Yes. Well, Ottawa. It's real close
Okay.
to Montreal. Yeah. It's like 2 hours from Montreal. Yeah.
Everyone was talking about it. I was in Montreal for Picnic Royale Dub Festival, and everyone was like, we had Escapade last week. It was sick. Like they were just hyping it up.
Man, Escapade, that was massive. That felt I've played Escapade before in, I believe, 2019, and at that time it was in like one of the smaller stages indoor, like sort of a half dome kind of feeling. And this time it was a massive stage, and from the front to the back, just everybody bounced. You saw that whole crowd like an ocean, like waving, and it was
noodle necking.
Amazing show. Hey, someone did their homework. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I couldn't resist. When you started waving, I was like, what's the joke here? Noodle necking at the function.
At the rhythm function or at the bro step function.
At the bro step function. Yeah, we snapped some noodles. Some noodle necks, I believe.
So yeah, you can only snap noodles if they're pre-cooked, you know.
If they're exactly when you're still raw, like that's where you gotta heat up first, you know. You gotta get a little wet, you gotta get a little sweaty, and then you can swing your neck. Yeah,
you gotta boil the base.
In the sauce. Right then and there, you'll get lost in the sauce.
And endless jokes with the brand. I mean, I bet you've spent the last like 10 years making noodle and pasta jokes.
I'm so sick of it.
Really? What's the worst like noodle spaghetti joke?
Nah, it's funny. It's funny, but you know, I've been doing this pretty much more than 10 years now, and I think I got sick of it like after 2 years already.
I bet.
You know, I've always said like I never wanted to be a DJ or like a DJ that had a gimmick or whatever. I'm way too. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not very show off and all that stuff and all. I'm not a comedian, and it was just a funny name. But then it turned out to be a really good branding, like very easy to brand, and you know everybody knows it. You can play around with themes, and I never really wanted to embrace it. It was I kind of joked about it too, but I never really wanted to be a spaghetti monster. It was just a word joke, and let's make some jokes.
Yeah.
But then at some point, you know, I started working with Barry, with my manager, and when you want to grow, you definitely got to work on your branding, and easy peasy.
It's funny that you mentioned the word gimmick, because I feel like so often nowadays, like people think that they have to have this gimmick to like latch onto on socials. Like, oh, you have to have like a face mask, or you have to have like some sort of gimmick. And
like Lil Texas, he gets naked on stage, you know, like people have to have this gimmick.
Or like Murata's wearing like this mask thing now. And I feel like so many artists feel like that pressure to have this one thing that they can run with that creates buzz on socials, but it sounds like yours came really, really naturally.
Yeah, well, so not on purpose either. It just it was more of a coincidence. I just had my first release and I needed an artist name. Like the label dude called me up, Kipski, legendary scratch DJ from Holland that I did a first release with. And he said, yo, your name is like I don't think it's very cool. And like, it might be hard to pronounce for like Americans and for other people. So like, do you have a DJ name? And we've just been joking around about spaghetti and Spag Heddy and MC Roni. Like
MC Roni? Macaroni.
Yeah, like I was Spag Heddy and MC Roni. And we just joked about it. And then I said, I think that's funny. It's like, I'm like skinny. I was like, skin over bone. And went with it, and then next release, and it's like, oh shit, I actually chose my name now. but I don't know anything else either. I didn't really have a good name. So naturally started with a not gimmick. But I never wanted to turn it into, because everybody immediately started suggesting, yo, go play with a tomato head or like a meatball head. And then
now that's a gimmick.
I mean, there are some. To be fair, yes, it would be cool to have a spaghetti cannon and shoot spaghetti meatballs all over the crowd. Okay.
Oh,
who
boy.
wouldn't want to...
You get hungry in the crowd, you know, I mean, that might be a good snack for some people.
You should just have it on the
course,
rider, have it as a show. You make spaghetti while you're rinsing
better.
dubstep.
I know. You know, maybe I've had it on my rider, and these venues just don't want to. They just don't want to do it. They don't want to commit. It's just
they're dropping the meatball, dropping the
meatball there.
Shaking my head.
So yeah, I never fully went that direction, but you know, for like planning tours, making EPs, it's the funniest thing to just like goof around with the whole spaghetti theme. You know, it's funny. Yeah, so that's kind of it. Yeah,
it's worked out well.
Yeah, people love it.
It's been going well. Can't complain.
Well, we actually got a bunch of submitted questions on Instagram. So we're going to jump into the submitted questions round. I'll lead it off here. We have a question from Kevin Connor. He asked, who is your dream collaborator on a tune?
I mean, obviously Skrillex, but if it's, of course, yeah, but people want to hear I want to give a realistic answer, of course. But number one, Skrillex has been the main inspiration, and unfortunately, he kind of went a different way, went off the dubstep way nowadays. That's probably not going to happen. But I definitely still have some people I would like to work with. I mean, vocalists, no, like producer wise, you know, like Zomboy, most of the Never Say Die guys really. It's like Eptic and Zomboy and Must Die. Those are really my my dudes. And for some reason, I don't know, I know all of them personally, and we all like each other's music, but it hasn't really happened yet. Also, because I'm terrible at collabing in general. It's I kind of don't want to start a collab with these guys because I'd feel I think I'd just die from the pressure on it. No, maybe it'll happen someday. But in general, I collab with people that I collab with people that I really fuck with and that I know personally and have met before. And like usually not random collabs. Yeah. So and I don't really hang too much with any of the, like I've met pretty much all the guys that I listened to their music to, but I just say that my circle of friends and like close producer friends is very, very small. Like so that's pretty much it. That's why Skrillex is probably not going to happen soon.
He's on some other shit.
He's on some other shit.
Making some other music. He's like in the house realm.
Yeah.
That guy is good at collabing. Holy crap.
Dude, he's made tunes with Bieber. Like he's all over.
This next question here from our good friend, DUBSTEP FBI. What is your favorite kind of pasta? If it isn't spaghetti, that's false advertising.
Of course it's spaghetti. Man, I gotta stay on brand. I'm not spaghetti for no reason.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, I mean it changes every day though. Like, hey, spaghetti is of the pasta family, and like if you like spaghetti, then you're part of the spaghetti family of the pasta family. And I mean some rigatoni every now and then is also amazing, or some macarones, all that stuff. Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yes.
So next time you have a show, you got to send us a photo of proof of pasta on your rider.
Oh, it used to be. It was actually on my rider for a long time without me knowing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so in my first tour, my manager or agent, I don't know who it was, or it was probably both of them, they added on my rider that I wanted a plate of spaghetti and meatballs and tomato sauce, and then with Parmesan cheese.
Ooh,
and
gotta have that.
it had to be graded on at the spot, I believe. Yeah, it was like
Full
they had this whole
service.
watch list. They had this whole full service list apparently on my rider without me knowing. They're like just to joke with me. And like I started noticing after a few shows that promoters or the runner would ask me, "Hey, when do you want your spaghetti?" And I started at some point I asked the guy, like, "What do you mean when I want my spaghetti? I already ate. Like, why are you asking me my plate of spaghetti? I didn't order that." He's like, "It's on your rider." I'm like, "No, it's not on my rider." He's like, "Yes, it is." And I checked it, and they were laughing about it.
That's
Like,
a
oh
good
my
joke,
God.
honestly. I love that.
Yeah, so I got fed spaghetti every single show in the beginning, and I just thought it was real funny because people were playing with my branding, and my manager and agent were having a bit of a crack there.
How
Yeah,
funny.
So
now you
that
gotta
was
have
real
it.
cool. It was awesome.
Yeah, now you gotta have it. It would be like next level if you were like actually playing a set
Mhm.
while making spaghetti next to you.
Yeah.
I've definitely ate spaghetti during my
And
sets.
then
Oh
just
yeah,
yeah,
that's
just
happened.
feed it to your
Yeah.
crowd, like just
Uh-huh.
make it while you're,
So what happened lots of times is that people bring cooked spaghetti to shows in like how you call them, Ziploc bags,
Mhm.
like cooked spaghetti, and then they're like waving it around, and
Oh
often
my
they want to
gosh.
hand it to me, or they want it signed to bring it
Assigned
back or
spaghetti.
whatever. Yeah. Oh, all the time. This happens all the time, still till nowadays. Yes. There's even been a festival where it is in the recap edit. I think it was Snow Globe, where
Snow globe.
someone brought
Wow.
someone brought a big block of cheese, and like they handed out plates to people in the front at the rail and with spaghetti, and someone brought in a cheese grater too, and they like grated the cheese on their plates like while I was playing, like they were headbanging with it and shit.
That takes dedication to
So
bring cheese and a grater into the festival. Like I can barely bring my wallet and my phone.
I don't think you should be able to get a cheese grater in. I don't
I don't
think,
think
but
so.
No.
well, there they
Especially at
did.
Snow Globe where it's like
They
freezing
mentioned
cold.
Put it in your
it was
jacket.
it was pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, that's maybe how you get it in, like lots of clothing and lots of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And uh, there's some people that have been drowning themselves, or like bathing in tomato sauce while I was playing, and that kind of stuff.
Ew. That would start to
I get
smell.
I get thrown spaghetti at me all the time too at shows, and yeah.
Moral of the story is that you'll never go hungry on the road.
Oh no.
You'll get lost
Plenty
in the
of
sauce every show.
every show.
Mhm.
Every show.
Well, we have
Yes.
one more submitted question, and then we'll move into the
Okay.
lightning round. This one's from the Optimistic, our friend Dwight. He's asking, what has been your favorite back-to-back performance?
Man, that's gotta be Dubloads for sure. Well, just because Dubloads, you're familiar with Dubloads, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's of course at the moment not really releasing as Dubloads anymore, but we've just always been good friends, and we like each other's like really our quirkiest beats and sounds and stuff, and he's been a huge help for my music and my brand in the beginning, and played out a lot of my stuff, and I was flabbergasted because I was a huge fan of his mixes, and at some point we met, and then it turns out that he was like real good friends with Perry, my manager, and that's how we hooked up, and started playing back to backs, and I wasn't sure how that was gonna go because like personality wise and show wise, stage wise, we're very different. Dave is really crazy and very big showman, very open and expressive, and I'm kind of the opposite. We're like real shy and like introvert and all that stuff. And it turned out to be a lot of fun. Like just been playing the craziest beat together, and yeah, man, he definitely made me a lot more comfortable on stage, like just showing all his craziness and like that nothing matters, and you're just there to have a great time with the crowd and go nuts. Yeah.
Can we find this set
Yeah,
anywhere
great.
online?
I've played a whole bunch of back-to-backs with him. So it was like I'm not talking about one specific, but like just
Okay.
the back-to-back person. I've always had a lot of fun with Dave. Every show was, we would not know from each other what we're gonna play most of the time.
Freestyling it.
And like a lot of mixes were super messy and sloppy, but that made it like so real or something, so fun. Just like just tagging. We've done a lot of we've been on each other's tours too, like supporting, and then we would just sometimes end with a back-to-back and just craziness. Yeah, always a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Sick. It would be really cool if you guys came out to Denver for a back-to-back. The bass capital.
Would be, yeah.
Yeah.
USA base capital.
USA base capital. I think it is. I mean, there's other good base cities, but you guys have the most shows and the most consistent good shows. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's just a different subgenre of dubstep for every show. Like we said earlier, you got experimental bass, and then wook rhythm, and then
right.
Wook rhythm.
bro step, everything.
What was that? That reminds me, the first time I was gonna play Denver, I think. What was the venue? There was a venue that closed down. That was
Beta.
Beta. That was the venue where I think the first, like, the best dubstep or like that was that venue where everybody talked about. And then I think I played it like right before it closed down. And I don't know what's up with that right now nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Is that open or is that?
It got acquired by new ownership, and basically the new owner he mostly just wanted to throw hip hop shows, and he was only allowing the promote, like there was an EDM promoter and he wanted to throw more EDM shows on the weekends, but the owner would only allow him to throw them on Thursday nights or like Wednesday nights. But like even then he would basically just cancel the shows, and then like I don't know, just ownership was really bad. Everything just kind of, there's like shootings going on there all the time.
Yeah, it's been kind of a sketchy area for the last like 5 or 6 years, but it was definitely like one of the dubstep heyday clubs when I was in high school growing up here.
Right. Oh yeah. And that was wild. My first Denver venue was the one on the other side of the street. I believe it was like literally.
Oh, Summit Music Hall?
Probably, yeah. I don't remember the name, but it was literally, I think you could see Beta from there, the doors were opposite each other, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool area.
Yeah, that show was a little weird for me, but Denver was up. Like the crowd was so sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
People here just it's like literally bunch of bass heads. Like there's so many. There's even like there's these some random shows that have been popping up lately, and it almost looks like they're being thrown like in a living room. It kind of looks like a living room, literally. Like
it's like an old rundown bar off the side of the highway that like let these kids throw EDM shows and set up their speakers and stuff. It's really weird.
Hell yeah, that's the best. I love that.
Yeah,
people love it. Yeah,
that's vibes.
The underground scene is thriving in Denver.
Yeah, reminds me a little of church. Felt kind of like that. I have to say, the church venue in Denver. Yeah, it was real cool.
Trivecta will be here tomorrow, and there's always new artists coming in every Thursday.
A lot of people moved there too. A lot of dubstep producers moved to Denver. Have been moving to Denver in the last years. Yeah, so that's good.
Yep, that too. So this next round right here, it's called our lightning round. So we're just gonna spit some questions at you. Try to answer as quickly as you can, but obviously some answers will require some more thinking and some longer answers. So
okay, I'll do my best to keep it short. Oh my god.
Yeah. No pressure.
Yeah.
All right. First question is, what is your favorite pasta sauce? And you can't say marinara.
Oh my goodness.
That's your go-to.
Who makes these? Wait, wait. Did you two make these questions, or is this also from submissions?
We made these last night.
Oh, you made it. Well, hey, if you gotta, but that's cheating. You can't just ask me something and I cannot say it. Okay,
we gotta put you on the spot, okay?
First that pops up. How's it called? Romero? No, it's like a more of like an orange. It's a different name in Spanish.
Vodka sauce?
No, it's like I think it's called Romero sauce, but I don't know exactly what it is. But yeah, that's really good too.
Okay.
It's like tomato sauce with, I believe, like more garlic and some other stuff. It's like a little more orange than tomato sauce.
Yum.
Yep.
Sounds delicious. It's making me hungry.
Yeah. Next question. Who are your favorite upcomers right now?
Too many. That'll be okay. The first ones that pop up. Viperactive, Dwight. Let me think. So Nasco has been in the scene.
Yeah.
Wait, where's my Zoom call? Nasco has been producing for a long time, but he's for some reason he never really popped off big, I don't think. I mean, online, yes, but not. He just he deserves more recognition, I think. I think Frankie Nuts definitely deserves more spotlight too. Frankie Nuts from Holland. He's doing really well in Europe, like playing lots of shows and like back-to-backs with Oliver's.
Good.
So yeah. Upcomers. Oh my goodness.
Nasco won a remix competition last year that Keizo hosted through Welcome Records, and he was supposed to play at Imagine Music Festival. And Chrissy and I, we were supposed to go out there to go see Keizo and go see Nasco and some other friends out
Imagine in Atlanta. Imagine.
Yeah, and then it got canceled due to weather, which was unfortunate.
Oh my god. Yeah, so he had his US visa then. I didn't even know that.
Oh no,
Okay.
actually no, never mind. I'm kidding. He won the contest, but he didn't have his visa. That's right.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Able to play. That's right.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he had his US visa at that time. Yeah, because it's pretty hard to get. And like in most cases you need to have played a good amount of shows, or like at least a few notable shows, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that might be a little tough for him at the moment.
It's tough for everyone, honestly. We were talking to Automate at a festival in Italy a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying that like the price is thousands and thousands of dollars, and like it's such a process to get the visa.
Yeah, it is real pricey. Definitely the quicker one. Like the longer you can choose different processing times. The longer one can take really long and it will cost you less, but it's it's also the paperwork and like the lawyers or whatever purchase you work with that you gotta pay. The salaries are high. So yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough. You need to have a bit of a name already. You need to have a bit of experience.
Yeah, and don't you have to have like articles written about you and interviews and show that you're wanted and needed, like out in the US, basically?
Absolutely, yeah. So like, if you guys want to support upcomers, then the more interviews you can do with upcomers, then they can use that for their US visa applications. Absolutely, that helps a lot.
Yeah, cool.
Absolutely, we're happy to do so.
So for like upcomers, there are so many that I've called upcomers that during the pandemic really kind of popped off. Guys like Ace Aura was doing really well before that. But Skybreak, Sharks, like all those melodic dubstep guys, Nushi, really sick.
Yeah.
More Kismet.
Oh, he's big.
Insane. Yeah. Like on billboards and stuff, I believe. So really happy for that. Man, yeah, a lot of that. So that I'm gonna leave it at that.
Cool.
Leave it there.
Those are all great artists. We love all of them.
Yes, me too.
Next question. I think you'll like this one, being Dutch. Would you prefer to eat stroopwafels or poffertjes for the rest of your life?
Oh, stroopwafels, easy. Yeah.
Easy. Oh,
I feel like every
Easy.
Dutch chooses that. I feel like.
Audio Freak chose that, right?
Poffertjes are nice, but it's more it's more for kids. Like it's something that typically gets made at kids' parties, birthday parties.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's kind of typical for that. I mean, obviously everybody can eat poffertjes, but they're just like tiny pancakes. It's like kind of like, stroopwafels easily wins that.
Well, that would make sense because Chrissy wrote that question and she always eats from the kids menu.
I'm a very picky eater, especially when I travel. So I always go for the kids things.
Nice. Happy meals.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, last one here before we conclude
Sure.
this lightning round. What is your pre-show routine other than eating spaghetti?
Eating spaghetti and then pooping it out. So nah.
Nice.
Better be a private bathroom in the green room.
I mean, the bathroom used to be a part of my pre-show routine. I gotta admit, because like nerves have a lot to do with that. And yeah, I definitely needed to like do that.
Let it out. Yeah.
But it's kind of that. Not talking about it, that kind of has died. That's not that much anymore nowadays. Since I'm a dad, I really need to stretch before my sets. That's really that's been a thing in the last like 2 years, or like before pandemic, so 3 years. Yeah, I gotta stretch before my sets. I gotta do the stretch everything,
stretch out the dad bod.
Yeah.
Yes, I gotta stretch, or else I have a lot of pain during or afterwards my set. Very exciting, huh?
Yeah, we'll see you doing yoga next time we at a show.
Oh, and of course, while I stretch, I take a few shots of tequila. That's it's all part of it. Yeah,
tequila, good choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm coming from Holland. I'm more of a beer drinker, but it makes me pee a lot. I have like the tiniest bladder, and that's very annoying. Very annoying when you gotta play a set of an hour or 90 minutes. On my own tour headline shows, I play very often 90 minutes, and that's kind of long if you've been drinking a few beers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that definitely for me. So how the solution for me was, because I need a little drink beforehand just to kill the nerves a bit and like break the ice. I'll take a few sips of tequila, like a nice tequila, like the Don Julio, and then that's it. I'm good for the rest of the night.
It's a good routine. Stretch and tequila.
Yeah, stretching and tequila.
And shit.
And shit.
Sometimes.
Well, there we have it. The man, Spag Heddy. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Are there any last words that you want people to know?
I actually hate spaghetti. No, I just
curveball.
I was like, no.
I was like, we have to expose this on the internet.
I'm just giving you guys some good content, like big headline.
Yeah.
Get some clicks.
The man himself hates spaghetti.
Yeah, we're leading with that.